Let's do it. I can't stall anymore. We got to see what's going to happen here. You know the team, you know the roster, you know the lines. What do we got against Vancouver here? I know they're without Blake Wheeler finally, but what do the Canucks look like? Again, don't trust the X factors, but it's JT Miller, Elias Pettersson, and Brock Besser. Bruce Cochran was a 4th-round pick in 2023. He's with Bo Horvat and Nils Höglander. Boris Tkachuk with Sam Steele and JT Compher. And a 4th line of Graham Clark, Eetu Luostarinen, and Dmytro Timashov. The defense, Quinn Hughes and Jet Wu, still. Olli Levy is with Keandre Miller, Yanni Yermo, Sean Durzi. The goaltender we know is DiPietro. He's with Ian Scott. Scratches of Sampi, Lockhart, and Foudy. No injuries. It is always so inconsistent and so up and down as to whether or not we can beat Vancouver when they have lines like that. In terms of the ratings, 99, 96, and an 85 versus 92, 92, and an 85. So we have the edge. And obviously, when you look at our X factors, it's Fiset, Holden, Kasparaitis, McDonald, Medvedev, Calle Olsen, Artemi Panarin, Zach Schneider, Billy Sutton, Matthew Tkachuk, Shane Wright, and then with abilities we have Shabbat and Chikrin. For the Canucks, they have Pettersson as an X factor, and then Besser, Horvat, Hughes, and Miller with abilities. If X factors meant as much as they're trying to hype them up to mean, I think we'd handle this series quite convincingly. It is game number 1. Yes, we will put a prediction up because why the hell not? And yeah, hey. Who will win this series? And the funny thing is I can just put up a very similar one because I don't even have to type in Vancouver's name. Here it is. Game 1. Let's do this. We're back in the playoffs. Let's see how it goes down. First period, and a 2-1 lead for the Kraken. Fiset and McMichael. 2 of our younger stars, of course, although McMichael's mid-20s at this point. Sam Steele gets the goal for Vancouver. Second period, another goal for Seattle. Calle Olsen on the power play. So we're up by 2, heading into the third. Do we have enough to get this one done? We have had an inconsistent history of game 1s. Sometimes we do very well, other times we struggle. Sam Steele and Quinn Hughes tie it up at 3. 3 minutes to go here in regulation. And we're going to overtime in game 1. Overtime in game number 1 because, of course. And get your predictions in now. Here we go. OT. Who's going to win this one? Are we going to blow a 3-1 lead in game number 1? Or are we going to blow a 3-1 lead in game number 1? Power play for the Canucks goes to waste. Power play for the Canucks goes to waste. 3 minutes to go. Are we destined for double OT? Yes, we are. You know how this works. Don't blink. You'll miss it. This will end within 5 minutes of in-game time. 5 seconds of real time. Pretty much guaranteed. Double overtime. Here we go. Who's going to win it? The answer, power play for the Canucks. Artemi Panarin is the overtime hero, the double overtime hero. As Wallstead played, did Holden get hurt? I am so confused as to what happened. But we got the job done. Look at the penalties in that overtime. Yet somehow we held on to win. Penalty trouble for both teams. I mean, especially us, especially Vancouver in the second. Good Lord. 4-3 final. And our starting goaltender in Israel Holden is out for about a month. Jesper Wallstedt, it is your time to shine. Son of a bitch. I can't trust Bobrovsky. I can't do it. God, but do we call up Lennox? Screw it, we're fine. A shocking game one in terms of how eventful it was. Game number two, we have a 1-0 series lead, but Wallstedt is now our guy. Hello, Reds, how are you? First period, and it's a goal apiece. Artemi Panarin picks up where he left off. Boris Kachuk gets one for the Canucks. Second period, good lord. Höglander, former member of the Kraken, Sean Durzi, and JT Miller with goals. Panarin scored again, but we are down 4-2. Oof. Not the best goaltending situation I've ever seen. Power play for the Kraken. No goal. Yeah, Cliff, it's stupid. I don't know if they'll be fixing it or not, but yeah, the back-to-backs are pretty dumb. Doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things because there's no endurance system. Sutton makes it 4-3 with a goal from center ice. 2 minutes to go. Do we have time? No, we don't. Vancouver wins 4-3. And they take game two and tie this series up at 1 apiece. As the Wallstedt injury situation is unfortunate, or excuse me, the Holden injury situation. Indeed, it was 4-3 in both games. We go to game number 3. Series shifts to Vancouver. First period, 2 goals for the Kraken. Sutton and Panarin. Panarin's been a man possessed in this series so far. Second period, Kostin made it 3-0. Besser and Durzi both score. It's 3-2. Heading into the third, we need some shutdown goaltending, please. Olesen on the power play, it's 4-2. Shane Wright on the power play, it's 5-2. Hughes gets one back, it's 5-3. Power play for the Canucks goes to waste. 5 minutes now. 6-3, Billy Sutton scores again. And the Seattle Kraken are going to rip apart Michael DiPietro and that Canucks defense and take game 3. Good stuff. Sutton with a 3-point performance for one of the best, if not the highest rated player in the league. A 2-1 series lead against our most bitter of rivals. It's game 4. We have no reason to change anything. First period, 2-1 Vancouver. Höglander and Foodie, who's in their lineup now. Connor McMichael got our lone goal. 17 shots to 6, and we're losing. Fun. Second period, goalless. 30 shots to 17, and we're still down. 2-1 heading into the third. Billy Sutton ties it on the power play. The power play goes to waste. Vancouver with an abbreviated one, and they score. It's Sam Steele. Multiple power plays apparently. Vancouver back on top. Power play for the Kraken goes to waste. 5 minutes. We need a goal, or this series is tied at 2 apiece. Comfer scores the empty netter. 4-2 the final score. 2-2 the series at this stage. This is anyone's series as Kasparaitis is healthy. Wallstedt has an 898. Bobrovsky apparently got charged with a loss. Figure that one out. Even though he didn't get beat. Okay. No, it's fine. It's fine. We'll swap Chikrin and Shabbat and see what happens out of that. Niyazev can come out for Kasperitis. That's the plan on defense. At forward, Chuck without a goal. Top six have been getting it done. Kyle Yamamoto is again completely AWOL. Just completely swap the lines there. See what happens. Game number 5. This team is in a really precarious position right now. First period, 1-0 Vancouver. Timashov with the goal. They doubled us up in shots, and they lead. I didn't know that was allowed. Second period, that helps. Olesen, Panarin, Tkachuk. 3 of our biggest players, and they all show up. We needed that. We go to the third, up by 2. Power play, Panarin. It's 4-1. Now 4-2 with Tkachuk. 4-3 with Höglander. Halfway through the third, man. 7 minutes to go now. 6-5. Can we hold on? 2 minutes now. Power play for Vancouver. And we survive a 5-on-3. In the closing moments, we take a 3-2 series lead. We defend home ice in Game 5. That was too close for comfort. Shabbat and Medvedev both ended up in the box. But we survived it. Olesen has 11 points in 5 games. What the fuck is going on? Game 6, the lines will stay the same. Let's do it. Can we close out this series? First period, 1-0 Seattle. Panarin. Second period, now 3-1. Olesen and McDonald with the goals. Timashov scores for Vancouver. 3-1. 27 shots to 16, 20 minutes away from round number 2. Matthew Tkachuk makes it 4-1. Olesen makes it 5-1 on the power play. And the Seattle Kraken, with a power play goal from Panarin, makes it 6-1. Olesen makes it 7. The Kraken are on to round 2. It is never easy with this team in any series. But we dominate Game 6. Artemi Panarin and Calle Olesen have just caught on fire. Wallstead with 30 saves. Olesen with the highest point total I have ever seen in a round 1 series. 16 points in 6 games. I have never seen anything like that. Where McMichael had 5, Artemi Panarin had 14 points in 6 games, 8 goals. I have never seen anything like that from Calle Olesen and Artemi Panarin. Absolutely ridiculous. I don't think I have ever seen a line carry that much. Because that is ridiculous. Wallstead finishes with a .914 save percentage. I have some concerns about our defense. It had to have been the power play as to why McMichael wouldn't have had similar points. It had to have been that our power play just ripped them apart. Is the only thing that makes sense. Ten power play goals in 6 games on 27 attempts. That is what sunk the Vancouver Canucks. Holy shit. The Canucks PK with a 63% percentage. I mean, my God. Yep, that would explain it. And with that, we move on to face the winner of the Battle of Alberta. We beat both of those teams last year en route to a conference final. Which one of them are we playing today? As the AHL team has moved on, they'll play the Chicago Wolves in round 2. The Calgary Flames and the Seattle Kraken will meet one more time in the playoffs. As Colorado will play Minnesota, I do believe, for the second year in a row. That was our question last year, wasn't it? Oh, what if it was this team instead of this team? The only difference is instead of playing Edmonton, it's us against Calgary in round 2. Eastern Conference, Islanders, Flyers, Panthers, and Leafs. That was an insane first round.